Okay. Second time's a charm. Okay. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's the 4th. Okay. You guys got big plans? Big plans? I don't. Okay. I'm going to eat something. I don't know what it is. Who knows? Okay. Tomorrow always takes care of itself. So I'm not even going to worry about that. Okay. Now, as you see the title, okay, how much time is Diddy going to get? And then, okay, we're going to talk about this situation with R. Kelly, okay? And you give your thoughts, okay? We're going to solve the mystery, okay? Maybe we might solve the mystery behind who's trying to kill R. Kelly. Okay, so anyway, I was looking at one of the lawyers there on YouTube. Okay, thanks for the thumbs up. Looking at one of the lawyers on YouTube. Okay, and now what I forgot about when the sentencing phase for anybody really, they go by the level system. I mean the point system. Excuse me, the point system. Okay, and you get points. Okay, for being a first-time felon. He's first time. The charges, okay, the charges that you're being charged with, are they violent? Are they non-violent? And so forth, okay? And they come up with a point system, okay? So what they were looking at, okay, because what I'm going to tell you is they're telling us that Diddy is facing up to 20 years, okay? He ain't facing up to 20 years, okay? Just like I said, each crime is 10 years at the most, and they usually run it concurrent, especially it being his first offense, okay, on record. So anyway, so we'll say 10 years, okay? Now we got the point system. Okay, so now we finna knock some time off of the point system because, like I said, it goes by your first offense, okay, the crime you're being charged with, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the whole list, okay? So the calculations are Diddy's lawyers are proposing, what was it, like 23 months, 20-something months, okay, right? We're not talking about the time he served, okay, because minus the time he served, so he's going to be left with about a year and a half, okay. The prosecution, they want the maximum, okay. Now, the maximum for him, okay, for Diddy, like I said, on the point system, would be anywhere from 50 to 62 months, okay. See what I'm saying? So that's like 4 to 5 years. Okay. So we're not talking time served. So time served, okay. And then, okay, you do get some credit, okay, if you do your time. I don't know. I've never been in the feds, okay, but I know if you program, okay, you get time off. If you don't program, okay, you're going to have to do the time. So I don't know how it works in the feds, but you only do what you said 2/3 of the time, okay? So we'll knock off, give him credit for that, okay? And then we'll give him credit for time served, okay, which is almost a year. He's already did 6 months, so that'll be about 8 or 9 months. Because even though they say that they gave him an appointment for October 3rd, they can always bring it, make it sooner, okay? You know what I'm saying? So anyway. With that all said and done, we're looking at anywhere from 1.5 to 2 years. Okay. Just like I said, pimping and pandering, 2.5 years. Okay. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so now unless somebody has something to say, okay, we can. It's always up for discussion, right? But so I'm just trying to get you, okay, being realistic about the time he'll actually serve, okay? So it's a lot to him because he has to serve it, okay? But that's not that much time, okay? If you go to the state pen, okay, the minimum is 16 months. See what I'm saying? Okay, 16 months. That's not even a year and a half. That's the minimum, okay? 16 months. And then you get half time if you program, like I said, okay? So that's 8 months, okay? So anyway, oh, what was I going to say? I forgot. Okay, it'll come back to me. So anyway, moving on to Mr. Kelly. Okay, now I did some investigation into this R. Kelly situation. Okay, so you should form your own opinions. Okay, everything's allegedly entertainment purposes. Let us be entertained. Okay. R. Kelly was taken to the hospital. He was rushed to the hospital. Okay. They said he OD'd on some medication. Okay. So he's in the hospital. Okay. Now, we all know he's trying to get a pardon for Donald Trump with the him saying they're trying to kill him. He said that the guards in the prison are trying to kill him, okay, because he was going to out them, okay, on information that he knew. Okay, this is what he said. Okay, so they tried to get some white supremacists. Okay, they put some white supremacists on him. That's what he said. Okay, and then he comes up and say, they gave him too much medication. Okay, now how they could give him too much medication of his medication? You know your own medication. I don't know what he's taking. Okay, but you know your own medication. Okay, somebody need to leak his medical records. That would be interesting. Okay, now you got to take. Okay, you can't compare the racketeering charge to Kelly and Diddy, okay, because Kelly has been found guilty of racketeering charges in 2 different states, New York and Chicago, okay, and he had a lot more people involved, okay. That's what proved the racketeering. You see what I'm saying? He had underage children, some boys, okay, and some adults. He also had his entourage, and they were able to paint the picture of how he was signaling out to his security or whoever, okay, because they would be in the crowd, okay, towards the stage, okay, and he would point somebody out, okay, whatever signal he used, and they would go over to that person and invite them backstage. That was going on, okay. So he had a setup there, okay, and he was using the people, his little posse, okay, for this setup. So that's what that situation was. And P. Diddy, his wasn't as elaborate. I mean, it spread, okay, but it wasn't as elaborate, like giving signals and woo 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 woo. Okay. Anyway, so he's in the hospital, and he says that they took him out of the hospital. The guards, the prison guards took him out of the hospital against doctor's orders. Okay, that's what he said. He said he's got blood clots. Okay, are you following me? He's got blood clots. He said he has. The doctors say he have. That's he. He's saying the doctors say, not the doctors. Okay, because what I was reading, it was, he said, R. Kelly, that the doctors say he had blood clots in his lungs. Okay. He could die any second, any minute, You know how blood clots in your lungs, okay? Blood clots, period. Okay. Right. And they dragged him out the hospital, okay, against doctor's orders, and took him back to the prison. And he needs Donald Trump to pardon him so he can get out and get the needed medical attention, the proper medical attention. Okay, that's the story. Now, let us, I'm at a loss for words, people. Let us pick apart the story. Okay. From my experience, okay, on prison life, okay. First of all, if they pulled Joe behind out that hospital, okay, they didn't do it against doctor's orders. What probably happened, and this is alleged, I'm assuming, okay, what happened was he was in there, okay, and the doctors probably pulled the guard aside and told them that there's nothing wrong with this man. I think he's probably might be pulling your leg, okay. And they like, oh, really? Okay, we'll take care of this. Went in that room, got him dressed, got him shackled, honey, and shipped his little butt back to his cell. He was hot. Okay. Now, the other story is he has blood clots in the lungs. If you had blood clots in your lungs, they would have operated on you right away. Blood clot in your lung, that's like blood clot in your brain. They need to take that out now. That ain't no blood clot in your leg that can travel up to your heart. Nah. Okay. See what I'm saying? So I don't really agree with this story that he's spinning. But what I am saying is, you had all that time, and this is what you come up with? Okay. So this tells me, just like, okay, he's not the first, and he won't be the last, okay, who gets bored, gets frustrated, okay, gets impatient, and he want to get out, and he wants out now, okay. Now you can read into that he's in there and he ain't doing anything, okay, positive. You just sitting there, okay. You got bored with playing basketball, playing spades with the homies and all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And you sitting there thinking about how you could get out of here. And now we got, because the situation with Diddy. So everybody's paying attention to Diddy, and these celebrities, okay, they're real narcissistic, okay. They have to have all the attention, okay. So it may have been some jealousy there. Then, okay, he got that little girl. She said that they get married, okay. Well, I don't know if they do conjugal visits, okay, up in there. Now R. Kelly got racketeering, so they confiscated all his stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna research that and see if I can come up with anything on what they took from him. If they took all of it, okay, because they take it like from a time that they feel you've been racketeering and you've been benefiting, okay, off of this, or if did he qualify? I don't know. Anyway, I'll look at it. So anyway. say he's gonna marry this girl, okay, and he probably using her, because didn't she come up there saying they was getting married, and she was in the little public eye for a little minute there, okay? But the Diddy situation, okay, didn't nobody want to hear that, okay? So that's my take, okay? I don't want to keep you, because if ain't nobody talking back and conversing with me, okay, I take it, people are busy, okay? You can always come watch this later. Give it a thumbs up, friendly reminder. Oh, go over there to my other channel. And please subscribe to my other channel. It's slow. I don't know what's taking so long, okay? I need, like 10 more people to go over there and subscribe to my channel so I can go live. Okay. And go live over there and pull up some cards, okay, and see what the vibes are with Mr. Kelly. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to come and update you guys on. And like I said, always stay blessed. Okay? Bye.